out because shout out to Sean from Fight Hype. That's my guy Sean from Fight Hype. When I first started, Sean was one of the people that helped me out, try to, show me how to set up interviews and let me follow him around a little bit. So appreciate you, Sean. But that, still didn't like what y'all did as far as that, kind of taking credit for the question I asked Devin Haney, but we'll let bygones be bygones. But nevertheless, could this be the next fight for Tank? Tank versus the Monster, Ngannou, however you want to pronounce it. If that's the fight Tank is pursuing, he need to just keep it real and stop coming up with excuses, him and his team, not to fight Devin Haney when a Devin Haney fight makes all the sense in the world. But what I would find strange is you have Tank Davis fans basically crying about Devin Haney rehydrating 20 plus pounds allegedly overnight. But which I already debunked that. I basically already destroyed you guys with a video I put up a few hours ago. But anyway, fights at super bantamweight. So you basically talking about if he fights Tank, you talking about anywhere from, well over 15 pounds. Depending on if there's a catch weight, would Tank go down? Would he go up? Would he have to meet him halfway? I think that would be real hypocritical, you Tank fans, since you were trying to say that Devin Haney is a weight bully, but anyway hasn't ever campaigned at 130, 135, or 140. I like doing this to these guys. Well, this is allegedly that's in the works, and then also behind the scenes, Tank is questioning the money that he's gonna get from this Amazon deal. And behind the scenes, this is what Al Heyman does. He talks you out of fights, or he really is hesitant to let you cross over and fight on other cross-promotional cards. He did it with Danny Garcia, who lost a lot of money in a possible fight with Terrence Crawford. He didn't want Steve Fulton to go to Japan and fight anyway, even though he made life-changing money by, his weight class. He made almost $4 million. And basically Al Heyman tried to talk him out of that fight because he wants to basically keep him fighting in-house or PBC affiliated fighters, to where they don't have to outsource their fighters and then possibly pay this amount of money. So that could be what's going on. And that would be a real weak move. And once again, Tank would look really bad if that's the fight that he chose to take. He would be, when I say he would be an overwhelming favorite versus the Monster, you just have to look at size. Even though they're the same height, Tank is bigger. Now, as far as you using the Devin Haney excuse about weight and everything, well, Tank has had a fight at 140 versus Barrios, a guy that was bigger than him, taller than him, bigger than him. But all of a sudden, weight is an issue with Devin Haney. And then you have Ryan Garcia saying, hey, Tank is going to try to weight drain you if you fight him. So this could be the next fight. Now, the problem would be, anyway, is a top rank fighter. Tank is affiliated with the PBC. Now, some people say that Tank is a promotional free agent behind the scenes, and he really could go fight anywhere he wants to, but he's still advised by Al Heyman. Leonard Ellaby ain't nothing more than a mouse, a mouse and a mouthpiece for Al Heyman, because Al Heyman likes to hide behind the scenes and he doesn't like to talk. And as I said before, this is why a lot of people feel the way they feel about Al Heyman, because Al Heyman's name is attached to a lot of different things. But at the end of the day, Al Heyman doesn't show the media enough respect and dignity to at least address the media. But his name is always mentioned, but then Al Heyman doesn't want to make himself available to the media whatsoever. I think if Al Heyman, like I said before, Al Heyman could stop a lot of this stuff if he would make himself available, if he would address the media. But you hear people making excuses, his fans, his PBC apologists, said that Al Heyman doesn't have to talk to the media. Well, what makes him any different from Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum and Oscar De La Hoya? His hands is heavily tied to boxing, so why doesn't he make himself available? Where does he get the exemption that he's too good to speak to the media? Because if Al Heyman would be a little bit more vocal about what's going on, then people would have a better understanding. But due to the fact that he hides, and that's pretty much what he does, and he has a bunch of mouthpieces that speak on his behalf, it makes him, I don't know, look questionable. And this is why people have these questions towards Al Heyman and the PBC. Now, if this is true, you have to ask yourself, okay, well, if you're willing to let Tank go fight on a top rank card, what's stopping you from fighting on the zone? But then again, the reason why Al Heyman would allow this fight to happen is because he feels that Tank would have an advantage, where Devin Haney not so much. So that's what's really going on. That's what's really going on. But I would find that interesting. Like I said before, for the most part, the PBC only like to outsource their fighters if they believe it's a fight that they can truly win. Because versus outside companies, they have a losing record, especially versus Top Rank. So that's what's going on. This could possibly be in the works. And like I said before, if we had more details on the Amazon deal, we could make a better assessment. But if anyway, and Tank have a fight, like I said, once again, then you have to ask this question. Well, you ain't worried about weight when it comes to anyway, which you're going to be in all likely bigger than him as far as weight wise go. But then you basically worried about Devin Haney's weight. You're not worried about anyway, because based off weight and weight classes, you're bigger than him. So like I said, it would look kind of hypocritical if Tank goes forward with this fight. But if Tank is chasing money instead of chasing legacy, okay, that's fine. That's all you had to say. If you feel Devin Haney is a high-risk legacy fight, then just say this. But if you think anyway is basically a money fight that you know that you would be an overwhelming favorite to win, then just say, okay, I'm chasing the bag. Just like at least Terrence Crawford said, right now I'm at a point in my career where I'm just looking for big fights, big money. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. We'll see what happens. But anyway, got to start my shift. Definitely talk about a potential fight with Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia in March. And then in February, actually February is before March, Black History Month, you could possibly have Teofimo Lopez versus Jermaine Ortiz. And then on the undercard, Keyshawn Davis versus George Pedraza, Super Bowl week at the Michelob Ultra Arena. So we'll talk about that. But anyway, this is your boy Town. I'm out.